The Newshour Special Edition.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to our Newshour Special Edition. On this Super Sunday, we have two debates lined up for you. First, the Congress party seems to have learnt no lessons. The vote Chori narrative had no takers in Bihar, but the party is now doubling down on the charge, holding a rally at Delhi's iconic Ramlila Maidan, led by Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. In fact, sources say that Rahul Gandhi wants to see this vote Chori as a mass movement across the country. But contrast that to the news from Kerala, where the Congress party has staged an emphatic victory in panchayats, municipalities and corporations, snatching victory from left. And suddenly, in Kerala, all seems well with the entire process, the system of elections. So is the Congress's problem issue Chori? Pick one issue and keep fighting till you find the next issue. Debate number 2 on the broadcast is an issue that concerns you and me and every citizen of the country. It's an air emergency in Delhi NCR. It's becoming difficult to breathe and it demands immediate action from the government because it is a public health emergency. We talk about what action has been taken, what you can do, and we also want to hear from you. Our call lines will be open and we look forward to hearing from you in debate number 2. But for now, let's bring our focus to the national capital, where the Congress party decided to intensify the vote Chori narrative. A big rally was held at Ramlila Maidan, which saw the participation from the top leadership of the Congress party. Leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, led the charge, going all guns blazing against Prime Minister Modi and the RSS. Rahul vowed that with the help of Satya or truth, he will uproot the BJP and Sangh from Satta or Par. He accused the Election Commission of working in collusion with the BJP. Rahul went on to then warn the Election Commission of retrospective action when the Congress comes to power. The Congress MP Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and the party chief Mallikarjun Kharge also echoed this charge and dared the BJP to hold one election via ballot papers. They appealed to the people to act, warning them that their voting rights will be snatched away if they sit silent.
मोहन भगवत कहता है, सत्य का कोई मतलब नहीं है, सत्ता जरूरी है। और मैं आपको इस स्टेज से गारंटी देके कहता हूं, हम सत्य को लेकर नरेंद्र मोदी और अमित शाह को, आरएसएस की सरकार को हिंदुस्तान से हटाएंगे। इलेक्शन कमीशन बीजेपी के सरकार के साथ मिलकर काम कर रहा है और इनको जितनी भी इम्यूनिटी देनी है दे दो। इस कानून को हम बदलेंगे, रेट्रोएक्टिवली बदलेंगे और आपके खिलाफ एक्शन लेंगे। एक सही चुनाव लड़ लें, बैलेट पे लड़ लें, तो ये खुद जानते हैं कि कभी नहीं जीत पाएंगे। आज आपको मायूस होने की जरूरत नहीं है कि बिहार का चुनाव हार गए, क्योंकि पूरा देश देख रहा है कि ये चोरी से जीतते हैं। खुद वोट चोरी करके आके वहां पर गद्दी पे बैठे हैं। इन गद्दारों को हटाना होगा। बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर, पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी और कॉन्स्टिट्यूंट असेंबली ने मिलकर ये जो आपको हक दिया, संविधान दिया और वोट डालने का अधिकार दिया, अगर ये वोट डालने का अधिकार ही चले गया, आप क्या करेंगे?
But while Rahul Gandhi trained guns at Prime Minister Modi and the RSS, he remained absolutely silent on his party workers raising the Modi Teri Kabar Khudegi chants. This happened just hours before Rahul Gandhi and other Congress leaders arrived at this venue. Now, the reaction that came in, remember, from the Congress party, we've seen this time and again, and this was at the Congress rally. But meanwhile, this is not the only conspiracy. The Congress party is also seeing political revenge behind the invoking of GRAP 4. When we speak about the air emergency, GRAP 4 being imposed, the Congress party actually believes that the GRAP 4 had been imposed because the Congress party was planning this rally.
हुस्न इत्तेफाक कि आज ही वोट चोरी पर कांग्रेस की विशाल रैली है रामलीला गांव में। इसकी टाइमिंग का सवाल है, जिससे गाड़ियों को रोका जा सके, बड़ी गाड़ियां ना आ सकें और आज की तारीख से लगता है बदले की भावना से कार्रवाई की जाए।
Now, this is what the Congress leader is saying, that the GRAP 4 has been imposed in the national capital because this was planned by the Congress party, because this rally had been planned by the Congress party. This is the charge that has come in. Now, contrast that with what is happening with the BJP. On one hand, while you have the Congress party that is still staging a protest despite no takers in Bihar, the BJP has in fact had an elevation and has a new working president of the party. And today the BJP made the pick. The BJP saying that on one hand, we are looking at what's happening next in the elections, while the Congress party is still stuck in the previous elections.
नितिन नवीन जी हमारे साथ हैं। नितिन जी, बड़ी भूमिका में अब आप रखेंगे, किस तरह से तुमको तो अच्छा भाई।
मैं मानता हूं कि पार्टी का केंद्रीय नेतृत्व का भरोसा है, उसी पर उस भरोसे की दृष्टि से हम लोग काम करेंगे।
अब चूंकि संगठन के लिए राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर काम करेंगे, किस तरह से आगे काम करने का रोड मैप और क्या कैसे रहेगा?
अभी तो बस पार्टी के वरिष्ठ नेताओं से पहले कार्यभार ले लेते हैं, फिर इसके बाद।
कैसे आपको मिला जानकारी? पहले कॉल पे ही आया?
माननीय राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी का, माननीय गृह मंत्री जी का, माननीय रक्षा मंत्री जी का आशीर्वाद है और उन्हीं के केंद्रीय चुनाव समिति, केंद्रीय पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड का, जिन्होंने मुझे अपना भरोसा जताया, मैं उनका भी धन्यवाद।
प्रधानमंत्री जी के लिए क्या कहेंगे?
मैं तो स्पष्ट कहूँगा कि प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो भरोसा हम पर जताया है, हमारे केंद्रीय नेतृत्व ने जो भरोसा जताया है, उनके भरोसे पर खड़ा उतरने का प्रयास।
Joining us on the broadcast, Shehzad Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the BJP, R. Rajagopalan, senior journalist, Kapil Maidan, advocate and political analyst, Ghanshyam Tiwari, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, and Professor Manojit Mandal, political analyst on the broadcast with us. Thank you all for joining us. Good evening. Kapil Maidan ji, ab vote chori ho rahi hai ya nahi? In the national capital, Rahul Gandhi says vote chori, but in Kerala, when you win, then it's all well. Nothing wrong with the entire system. How does it work?
Let me tell you, Prathibha, I think you're mistaken and you've not done your research well today, because the first press conference that was happened insofar as on this issue is concerned, that happened from a constituency that was there in Karnataka. There also Congress had, won. They have formed the government. Despite that, they could show how, brazenly the voters were added there, how brazenly at one particular place, that had only one small room, there were more than 45 people, names were being reflected, and on physical verification, they were not found there. So that's insofar as your argument that, because you're winning, you're not making this...
no, because I didn't hear anybody from the Congress raising this vote chori charge in Kerala.
This is factually incorrect. No, Prathibha, I think again you're mistaken when you ask this question. In Kerala also, once the election happens, there is a scrutiny. If there is any illegality, that takes time. And in fact, in Kerala also, if, tomorrow something is reflected, if something comes to light, and of course you take it from me, and I'm very obvious and I'm confident that this issue will be highlighted. The more important question, Prathibha, is, which I think you're not throwing light on, is the fact that Mr. Gandhi has raised 3 press conferences on these issues, and Election Commission, in fact, I was listening to the last press conference, Election Commission till date has not rebutted how in Haryana, one person who is not an Indian, she is admittedly a Brazilian model, how his name stands to be added in one particular booth more than 100 times. What's the explanation of that? Whether that was an error, whether that was an intentional, that was intentionally done, if not intentionally done, what action has been taken by Election Commission against the concerned officer who could not notice this? So I think these are all the issues which goes to the root of the matter. Because this
so to get to the root of the matter, what will the Congress party believe? I just want to know on record, what will the Congress party actually believe? Will it believe the Supreme Court? Will it believe the Election Commission? What will it believe? What will it take for the Congress party to actually believe that now all is well, the electoral process is fine?
No, Pratibha, again, I think you have not read the Supreme Court judgment also. There was an EVM issue that was taken and Congress party was not there in that EVM judgment. But nevertheless, if you look at the EVM judgments carefully, the last portion says the Supreme Court gave guidelines and directions if some particular candidate
so, Kapil
is
Madan,
raising,
did you read carefully when the Supreme Court said there is a lot of passion in your arguments, but you're not able to bring any evidence? Where is the evidence? Where is the affidavit in the Election Commission? Shehzad,
Pratibha, again, I think you're not, allowing me to complete because I'm making these points, and these are factual points. Go and fact check me.
Okay, let me get Shehzad to rebut factually on what you're saying, because the Congress party was disrupting the parliament multiple times. It was asking for a discussion. Then finally, when the discussion was happening, the opposition staged a walkout. Shehzad, what is the answer that will finally convince the Congress?
Actually, Pratibha, Mahatma Gandhi used to have 3 monkeys. Bura mat bolo, bura mat dekho, bura mat suno. In today's context, I'm not calling anybody monkey. Rahul Gandhi's 3 monkeys are sach mat suno, sach mat bolo, sach mat dekho. That means they will not see the truth at all. Let me give you instance after instance. First of all, what is their stand on SIR? It is not about SIR, it is about Samvidhan Pe Waar. Manish Tiwari comes to parliament and says that SIR has no legal and constitutional basis. That means all the SIRs done during Nehru tenure, during Indira's tenure, during Manmohan Singh's tenure have no basis. Then in Maharashtra, the same bunch of opposition people demand an SIR. In Uttar Pradesh and Bihar and Bengal, they say no SIR. In Bihar, the SIR happens under the court scrutiny. And you rightly said, the highest court said, too much passion, very little reason. Mass deletions, apprehension was there, but not a single complaint was made. But that has to be ignored. Secondly, they say that let us talk about EVMs. Today, I want to make you hear something. Please hear. This is a very senior leader of the Congress in the presence of Congress leadership.
लेकिन जब आपकी वोट की चोरी हो रही है, चुनाव चोरी हो रहा है, ईवीएम के माध्यम से चोरी हो रही है, ईवीएम के अंदर टाइम मशीन क्यों है, टाइम क्लॉक क्यों है?
ईवीएम के अंदर टाइम मशीन. Have you heard that? ईवीएम में टाइम मशीन है. अब बताइए, ईवीएम पे 41 verdicts आ चुका है. And by the way, they have won Bengal on EVM. They have won Karnataka on EVM. They have won Kerala local polls right now on EVM without VVPAT. They have won Telangana on EVM. But EVM में, despite 41 verdicts of various courts, and the last court verdict was that you can't say EVMs are good when you win and bad when you lose. They say EVMs में time machine है. Forget us. Let's talk about National Conference. National Conference leader Mr. Mohammad Ramzan got up and said that there was most fair election in Jammu Kashmir, and we do not buy vote chori theory. In Maharashtra, they went to Supreme Court, nothing came out of it. In Anand, nothing came out of it. In Mahadevpura, nothing came out of it. In Haryana, Kumari Shelja said the vote chori narrative is wrong. Tariq Anwar said it. Then Afaq Alam said it. Then recently Ashwini Kumar has said it. But they will not even
Rahul Gandhi, in fact, Rahul Gandhi seemed to be hinting that there's a very foolproof way that the BJP has. EVMs, previously he has raised questions on it. He spoke about vote chori. He spoke about SIR. He also said that money was paid before the elections. And he said that when the Congress party, when he asked the questions, he said Amit Shah was shaking in the parliament.
Look, we all know that when Mr. Rahul Gandhi was confronted with point-by-point rebuttals on his immunity, appointment, CCTV points, and on the point of Ghuspetia when Amit Shah ji was speaking, then leader of propaganda, LOP, became leader of Palayan and ran away from parliament. Having said that, just give me 20 seconds and I'll end in that. Pratibha, first they used to blame EVM, then EVM se aaye SIR, then SIR se aaye hai MCC ka violation. Then Chidambaram has blamed Janta, and tomorrow they are blaming CIA and Mossad. And finally, today it is not even about their delusion or about their diversion. It is about dhamki. The leaders of Congress are saying, and Jaipur Congress Mahila Adhyaksh is saying that kabar khudegi Modi ki, aaj nahi to kal khudegi Modi ki. And this is the 150th time they have threatened or abused Prime Minister Modi. Rahul Gandhi himself has said, Lathi dande se marenge Modi ko. So this is not about SIR. It is about saving our parivar, and it is about Samvidhan Pe Waar. Otherwise, why threaten to eliminate Modi? That has been said not by one, but by multiple leaders of Congress, and no condemnation by the Mohabbat ki dukaan.
Okay, all right, Ghanshyam Tiwari ji, allies ka hai faith Congress party pe, or is it shaking? And this was a rally that was for vote chori, and yet you had abuses to the Prime Minister being hurled.
Good evening, Prathibha, to you, the viewers, and the fellow co-panelists. There are three important things. One is when the parliament debate happened on SIR, of the 41 parties in Lok Sabha, only one party was accused of hijacking the Indian democracy. One party. And it was accused with respect to Election Commission. Election Commission was with facts and figures across party lines from Uttar Pradesh to Maharashtra to Tamil Nadu. Election Commission was challenged on the deletions, on the death of BLOs. Election Commission was called murderer of BLOs in that breath, dacoit of votes with facts. And Election Commission did no press conference.
But Ghanshyam Tiwari ji, do you agree that while the BJP is looking at what's going to happen in elections ahead, the Congress party, unka cassette to pehle hi ruka hua hai. They are still stuck in what happened before.
Prathibha, you did not interrupt Shahzad. I have said only two sentences.
No, I just want to ask you, as an ally, do you think the Congress party is still fighting a battle which it has already lost? In Bihar, it didn't resonate with the people. Are they still continuing despite knowing that it's not working?
Two sentences, please.
Go on.
When the Home Minister says that Election Commission has the right to check your citizenship, my citizenship, Shahzad's citizenship, 100 crore Indians have lost. A Prime Minister who made everybody stand in line because he thought everybody was a thief, who made small businesses stand in line for GST because he thought small business is the chief, where the India's richest man sits in his pocket or he sits in the other person's pocket, we don't know. Such a government is saying 100 crore people have to prove their citizenship to Election Commission, which is not in Constitution. So we have lost. As far as BJP is concerned, this is a matter between parties and Election Commission. The fact that BJP, a party that raised 15,000 crore in Chanda, and the 10,000 rupees that they gave in Bihar while people were still voting, the per capita, per family consumption per month in Bihar is 6,000 rupees. In a family with two women, you have paid 20,000 rupees while they are going to vote.
Okay, so you're saying it is an issue. No, the problem is, Ghanshyam Tiwari ji, Rahul Gandhi is not even able to manage to actually sway the allies. You have IP Singh ji from your own party who is questioning even Rahul Gandhi, saying, "Wo har mahine to foreign country nikal jate hain. How seriously is he taking politics?" So, is he not able to convince his own allies? Where will he convince the entire country? Where will he convince anybody else? आपके खुद के नेता बोल रहे हैं कि वो हर महीने निकल जाते हैं फॉरेन कंट्री, कितने सीरियसली ले रहे हैं?
To the viewers, I want to ask that BJP wants Election Commission to check your citizenship. 100 crore voters. Are you convinced? Do you think that this government that was elected by you in Delhi, when you are gasping for breath, that it is Rahul Gandhi to be blamed or opposition to be blamed? Shamelessly, these people have been in power for 11 years. They do not have the courage to speak to even people of Delhi who have voted for them in 2014, in 2019, in 2024, and they voted for them in the state election. It is shameful that as young children gasp for breath, BJP spokesperson, BJP supporters will cheer as if Mr.
But when
Modi...
GRAP 4 is applied, the Congress party thinks that it is being done because Rahul Gandhi is holding a rally. Rajgopalan ji?
Prathibha, my best suggestion to Rahul Gandhi and Congress and also the SP, TMC, whichever party, they all should resign and recontest the election if they have sought any doubt in the Election Commission or anything. And as a leader of opposition, on the floor of the House, he's a constitution person. He cannot threaten Chief Election Commissioner with their consequences. Today also he says, Mr. Ghanshyam Kumar is a citizen of India. You can't be threatening him. Does Mr. Rahul Gandhi want an anarchism in the country? What? He has no faith in the court. He has no faith in the public. He has no faith in the election. Therefore, my point is, as IP Singh has said properly, even the Samajwadi spokesperson did not deny him. Mr. Rahul Gandhi should stop going to foreign countries, concentrate on the vote chori. Please create an atmosphere, national agitation. You are welcome, because DMK, if they win in 2026 in Tamil Nadu, it is vote chori. And suppose in 2026, Mamata Banerjee re-elected as fourth time, fifth time, vote chori. She is not denying that. She is not saying there is no vote chori. Only Congress is saying that. Ghanshyam Tiwari asked 41 parties in the parliament. 750 MPs debated 3 days. What did come out? They walked out. They have no issue. And they are saying 750 MPs, Prathibha, not one or two. All the 41 parties were given chance. Everyone spoke. Darpok hai. That's why they walked out.
Okay,
and they say, Daro mat.
Okay, I'll come to you as well, Shehzad. Just a moment. Professor Monojit Mandal, do you agree if, you're raising questions on the SIR, the EVMs, on the entire electoral process, should the opposition now resign and say that this is not how things are going to work?
Why, what kind of a logic is this? The person who is leading the parliament should resign first. I mean, that's what our leader has maintained. Mr. Abhishek Banerjee said that, okay, let Mr. Modi resign, we'll all resign one by one. Can he do it? Because the 65 lakhs voters of Bihar, maybe 30 or 30 lakhs of them have voted. Even if less than 50% have voted during the last election, 2024 election, and if they are now the fake voters, just look at the results of Bihar and maximum number of seats that BJP has got from Bihar. Probably, 30, 35, 36 out of 39. So that actually changed the whole complexion of this parliament as far as BJP is concerned. So I think this is a valid point. Let the Prime Minister resign and then all the political parties should follow the suit and we'll have another general election in this country. Can he do it? So if he can't do it, let him not take the moral high ground. In fact, if you look at the history of EVM tampering or accusation about EVM tampering, the first accusation came from BJP in 2009. And there was a book written by one of the BJP parliamentarians, probably Mr. M.L. Jayasima or someone like that. I don't remember the name of that person. But it was he who wrote that book on EVM tampering. Mr. Arun Jaitley, the late Mr. Arun Jaitley, Sushma Swaraj, all accused of EVM tampering. So the accusation didn't come from the opposition at this point in time. It came from the opposition then in 2009, after 2009 election. So please let us not go into the detail. There are suspicions about EVM from either sides of the spectrum, whether it is now the ruling party and the opposition party, and these doubts should be dispelled. We are talking about the SIR.
Why not resolve these doubts, Shehzad? The opposition is raising questions on EVMs, SIR. Is the government not doing enough to allay these fears?
Let me address it one by one. The Bihar elections have gotten over. The results came on 14th November. Today we are on 14th December. How many complaints have been filed by them against the elections which have not been done fairly in any of the seats officially? Zero. So if they really have some complaints, proof facts, which they were saying they have proven in the press conference or in parliament, why don't they go file complaints on specific seats? They have faith in judiciary for sure. Judiciary, Supreme Court, they have faith, right? The Supreme Court monitored EVMs and the Supreme Court came out with a verdict, and after that the BJP has never challenged the wisdom of the Supreme Court. Once the Supreme Court said VVPAT will be attached to the EVM, after that no BJP leader, despite BJP losing several elections in the last 10-11 years, has ever questioned EVMs. But these people, despite 41 verdicts, continue to question EVMs, and in the one place they win with the EVMs, the other place they lose with the EVMs, they question only where they lose. Now Ghanshyam Tiwari said that everyone got up in parliament and accused the BJP. Maybe Ghanshyam ji did not get time to watch parliament, so I'll give him a snippet.
वहाँ पर इलेक्शन हुए, मोस्ट फेयर इलेक्शन हो गए, और उस इलेक्शन के नतीजे में वहाँ पर एक सरकार वजूद में आई, headed by National Conference Umar Abdullah.
This is Mr. Mohammad Ramzan. Most fair election हुए और उसके सरकार में नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस और कांग्रेस की सरकार आई. Then my second question to Ghanshyam ji. Ghanshyam ji, if वोट चोरी से सब इलेक्शन हार रहे हैं, तो why does Ravidas Mehrotra say Rahul is useless? IP Singh says Rahul is useless. Jaiprakash Majumdar of TMC says Rahul is useless. Thirdly, he said that ये चंदा के विषय में बीजेपी को बहुत चंदा मिल जाता है. I am making you hear Mr. Akhilesh Yadav. Please listen.
सबसे ज्यादा इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड अगर किसी को मिले हैं तो सत्ता में बैठे हुए लोगों को मिले.
Please listen.
दूसरा कांग्रेस को मिला. कांग्रेस ही हमारे मित्र ऐसे कि हमें नहीं बताते कहां से मिलता है.
दूसरा वाला नंबर पे कांग्रेस को मिला है. तो घनश्याम जी मुझे तो छोड़ दो, अभी ऑफिशियली बोलो कांग्रेस को चंदा लौटा दे. एंड फाइनली, व्हेन डिड द बीजेपी or any party ever tell election commission check the citizenship, and does election commission check citizenship? I mean, what kind of lies? At least Ghanshyam, I expect better.
Why do you have monologue from BJP only?
Ghanshyam Tiwari ji, boliye, and you know, in the fear mongering that you're talking about as well, Mamata Banerjee was holding a rally where she was telling everyone that if you fill the SIR form, then you're going to lose your rights. And after the rally was over, she went and filled the form, the SIR form. So is this not misleading? Ghanshyam Tiwari ji, respond to Shahzad.
Mamata Banerjee, can I even answer?
By point, your viewers can rewind this debate, and I said, of the 41 parties in Lok Sabha, only one party is accused of hijacking the democracy of the country. I didn't say that the other parties spoke in favor of SIR or against SIR. But Shahzad is learning the trick that BJP is famous for. Twist the words in front of the viewers. I just said that. He heard that, but he twisted it. Point number 2. Amit Shah stood up in the parliament and said that Election Commission has the right.
Whereas Election Commission said we'll check citizenship.
It's not enough. BJP said, BJP is saying that opposition should resign. By that logic, if you are a voter and Election Commission wants to test your citizenship, you must first resign from the voter list. You must get your name restricted. This is BJP's logic. Get your because they want you to
Commission testing citizenship.
A party that is through and through against people will only give this logic. Third point, with respect to Chanda, I repeat.
Ghanshyam Tiwari ji, has there never been an SIR process before, or अब Election Commission से भरोसा उठ गया है क्या?
भाई आपका कोई भी व्यूअर संसद की बहस सुन सकता है. इलेक्शन कमीशन को डकैत कहा गया, बीएलओज का मर्डरर कहा गया, इलेक्शन कमीशन को फैक्ट के साथ प्रूव किया गया और इलेक्शन कमीशन के बचाव में सिर्फ भारतीय जनता पार्टी में अमित शाह खड़े थे. इलेक्शन कमीशन खुद भी अपने बचाव में नहीं आया. शर्म आनी चाहिए इन लोगों को कि जिस संसद में देश के 100 करोड़ वोटर्स के प्रतिनिधि हैं.
Okay, but Mr. Rajagopalan, when the election commission was answering, the Congress and the allies were saying that the government should answer. When Amit Shah was answering, then they said, who is Amit Shah to answer? We want the election commission to answer. Then they won't file an affidavit. They want the election commission to respond to a press conference. Mr. Rajagopalan, is this how things work in the country?
Why Rahul Gandhi is not putting an affidavit and signed affidavit before the court or before the election commission? How does that election commission treat? He can't be, saying that suo moto lena hai. Then what is the responsibility of LOP? He must express his desire to undergo certain things. EVM machine, Supreme Court opened it up. They did not turn up, including Samajwadi Party. It was open for 3 days. Why should not Ghanshyam Tiwari go and test that? Under bill hai, koi ganti hai, koi EVM hai, koi bill hai. What is that fan hai? Why do they mislead the public? My point is, they speak in the television centers. Same Mamata Banerjee also said Rahul Gandhi should not go to foreign countries. Why did he go off and on? Mamata Banerjee never visited Delhi for the last 6 months. Why? Because she has no trust in Rahul Gandhi. India Alliance is dead already. There is no India Alliance. And now these come and say that 750 MPs discussed Prathibha. For 3 days they discussed it. And they walked out. Darpok hai opposition. Opposition को हिम्मत नहीं है. किसके जा करके बोलते हैं ये लोग? हमारा अनर्किस्ट करना चाहते हैं क्या इंडिया में? What do they want? They want to put the India fire.
Can I even come
Yes, yes.
अरे छोड़ो यार छोड़ो. What is that word? बंगाल में आने वाले आप.
Respond.
मैडम, अरे हम लोगों को कुछ तो बोलने दो.
जी बोलिए. मनोज जी बोलिए.
बोलने दे रहे हो तो
अरे आपकी आवाज चोरी नहीं होगी. बोलिए आप.
और टैब से प्रूफ भी दिखा रहा है. इतना प्लेटफॉर्म कर दे रहे हो. हम लोग कुछ बोलिए. कुछ चांस तो दीजिए ना.
क्या चांस दिया है?
Professor Manoj ji, respond.
Don't get excited. You are a journalist. Why are you speaking so much about this?
चलिए Professor Manoj Mandal, make your point. Make your point. I got your certificate, Manoj Mandal ji. आप अपना point रखिए.
Look at this unwisely grown old man. Are you an old man?
Are you making a point, Professor Manojit Mandal? I'm asking you, are you making a point?
Look at him. Just look at him.
No, don't make personal comments. Manojit Mandal, do you have a point to make?
Sir, why are you so excited?
Why do you get tell it right?
How can I make a point when he's continuously intervening?
Mr. Rajagopalan, hold on. Professor Manojit Mandal ji. Yes.
Oh God. Suspicion is raised on the election commission for the right reason.
You are saying this.
Look at what they are doing for the northeastern states. No SR in Assam. Assam is also going to poll 4 months down the line. No SR in the northeastern countries. Why do you have maximum number of infiltration? Because Northeastern shares maximum.
In fact, the BJP has said that the parties are trying to shield
like
the illegal
Myanmar,
immigrants.
China,
That's why they are
Bangladesh
opposing
and
the
Bhutan.
SIR.
I look at
Professor Manojit, BJP says that the opposition is trying to shield the illegal immigrants.
I want to please ask your election commission and this BJP stooges on your channel. What are the illegal immigrants in Bihar? How many illegal immigrants out of 65 lakh? How many of them are in Bengal? How many Rohingyas in Bengal? Show me the data. What kind of...
Okay, Shehzad, come in here. Professor Monojit Mandal and Rajagopalanji request you to stay on.
First of all, Prathibha.
Shehzad, respond, yeah.
First of all, Prathibha, I take strong objection to a man who has spent 40 years of his life dedicated as a journalist being called as senile old man by this two-bit spokesperson of TMC. Who is this man to give certificates to Rajgopalan? How dare he calls Mr. Rajgopalan this? And I'm going to watch this nonsense and Ghanshyam Tiwari and Kapil Madan will not say a word.
Because he was
who is this two-bit spokesperson who gets a picture clicked with Messi and we've seen what they've done in Bengal? How dare this Monojit Mandal speak like this? How dare he speak like this?
Monojit Mandal, this is unacceptable. You can't make such statements. Mr. Monojit Mandal, don't have a meltdown. Monojit Mandal, don't have a meltdown.
Who's not even an official spokesperson.
Don't have a meltdown. Professor Monojit Mandal, don't have a meltdown.
I will not take any... First of all, Prathibha, let me make it very clear. I am the official national spokesperson of the BJP. Monojit is a spare tire of the TMC. He will not in my presence denigrate any journalist and not Mr. Rajgopalan.
All our guests, I request you not to get personal. But let's get back to the debate. We're talking about where the Congress party is protesting on one hand, holding a rally. On the other hand, no questions being raised in Kerala. I want to come back to the BJP as well, because Amit Shah, in his speech in the parliament as well, said that there is a reason why you talk about vote chori, that while you are making these allegations, when you're hung up on these losses, the BJP is working to serve the people. And Kapil Madanji, the BJP has already started work on the next states, in West Bengal, in Kerala, in Tamil Nadu. Is vote chori, SIR, all of this becoming a very convenient excuse for the opposition? Ki haar jayenge, फिर सवाल उठा लेंगे EC पर, because in this rally as well, you had DK Shiv as well. When you say vote chor, gaddi chhod, is this hint at Siddaramaiah? ऐसे कई problems है which the Congress party is dealing with itself. Is this the most convenient excuse for the opposition? When you lose, just blame the election commission.
No, so Prathibha, I asked one question here. You raised a very, very pertinent point. Why don't election commission proactively upload machine-readable data so that all these verification exercise can happen beforehand? You give me one logical and arguable reason. Why can't election commission, take the opposition parties in confidence, give them the data before elections so that a scrutiny can happen? If there are any objections, if there are voters like we had in Haryana, one person more than 100 times in one particular booth, you give me one good reason why would election commission won't give that data. One good reason.
Okay, Shehzad. Shehzad, come in.
Kapil, already the voter list is provided in digital format. It is already provided in a format. If you use the right tools, you can get every data from it. The problem is that every time you're switching the goalpost, just now you have come to the architecture of EVM. Your leader has said there is a time machine in the EVM. First, please explain to me, Kapil, since you're a lawyer and some man of some integrity, what time machines are there in EVM? What time machine is there in EVM? Please explain that in detail. It's been said on the official Congress platform.
No, what I will say, Shehzad, is if you look at the Supreme Court judgment on EVM, they have given in the concluding paragraph means and mechanism where you can send the EVMs for analysis if there is any objection by a candidate who's contesting the election. So the Supreme Court was also very, aware, and they had, consciously they have, they were aware that there could be a situation where someone might try to tamper with the EVMs. Now, I just give you one example for our viewers.
One second.
I would understand. Allow me to complete.
One second, before you move on to this.
No,
sorry. One second, Kapil, one second.
On this interrupted you. I know.
On this point.
Sorry.
On this
so,
point.
No, I never interrupted you.
You can't quote out of thin air.
No, I am not quoting.
This is a judgment. Has the EVMs been staged? Has the Supreme Court said EVMs are bad?
No. So I think
where is the EVMs been questioned by the Supreme Court with judgment?
You never heard me. I'll send you, do a fact check on me. I will send you the judgment, the concluding paragraph of the judgment where the court said that yes, certain,
why don't you quote it?
If there is any objection by a candidate, EVMs can be sent for testing. So I'll give you the name. I'll give you the judgment. I'll give you the judgment. I'll send you. And I'm sure, Shehzad, you take now.
Okay, we're coming to a close in this debate. Will go on. We'll wait for your details to come.
Does it mean the EVMs are faulty?
You know, the Supreme Court has not said it. Rajagopalanji, closing statements from you. Please, I request you not to make any personal statements, but talk about the question that is being raised by Kapil Maidan on whether the opposition has been raising these questions and these are genuine questions, and it is there is something lacking from the government that they are not able to address these concerns.
The Parliament of monsoon session was washed out because of SAR, but the winter session is happening. Winter session had 72 hours discussion. Everyone participated, despite that e-cigarette was being smoked inside the Parliament. But my point is, why Congress is not giving an affidavit before the Kapil Maidan can give an affidavit before the Election Commission? Why Rahul Gandhi darpok hai? वो खुद कह रहा डरो मत वही डरपोक है. He should give it this statement to the Election Commission. He will be taken to task. He is telling a lie. The entire opposition is supporting Rahul Gandhi because West Bengal is going to the election. And why is
neither affidavits being filed with the Election Commission nor taking the evidence to the Supreme Court? We're not really sure what's going to convince the Congress party, because even a debate in the parliament is not good enough and the Congress party walks out and then holds a rally. But one thing is clear, that Congress party is going to continue doubling down. Rahul Gandhi wanting to make it a mass movement. It's up to the people to decide. Thanking all our guests for joining us this evening. With that, we slip into a quick break.